Hello viewers, welcome to my Doctor Who themed YouTube channel, Who Ventures. And in this video I'm going to show you Doctor Who Adventures magazine, issue 264, and it's dated the 12th to the 18th of April 2012, and it's £2.60. Now with this issue you got a choice of a giant notebook, and you could have the TARDIS or a silent, and I got a silent on mine, and it's really scary, pointing his big finger. Yay. So that's a nice big notebook, and look at the cover of the magazine, it's got a weeping angel on it. Eep. And goodbye Amy and Rory. Aww, I wanted to go, they're lovely. Right. So we have an advert for the Harry Potter Studio Tour. Hello time travellers. Ever wondered why this magazine is quite so brilliant? Well, I've just scanned it with a sonic, and guess what? The whole thing is made out of psychic paper. It knows exactly what you want to read and makes it appear before your eyes. Oh, look, a 200-page special on jammy dodges. Hooray! The Doctor. Mega moment. Episode The Pandorica Opens. Creatures, Cybermen. Chosen by Anne Humphreys. Tell us why. Cybermen are even scarier when they are old and rusty. These ones can get you even when they're in bits. Eek! And the Cyberman saying is resistance is futile. And then we have the Geronimo page. Wow, wisdom. And astronaut. Sneak peek of new episode set in the Old West. Here's the very first glimpse of the new series of Doctor Who, with the crew shooting part of a story set in the Wild West of America, but actually filmed in Spain. With its dirt track and old-fashioned wooden buildings, the set looks like a classic western, and we can't wait to see just what Amy Pond is getting up to there. Then it says, eek, who's that? Ha 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 ha. Why did the planet skip pudding? Because it was a full moon. Okay. Doctor Who Experience. Exhibition continues in Cardiff. Don't worry if you didn't get to fly the TARDIS at the Doctor Who Experience during its stay at London's Olympia. The brilliant exhibition will be back again this summer at its new home in Cardiff Bay. It will be housed in a brand new futuristic building, which we think looks a bit like a scary cybermat, and will stay in Cardiff for the next 5 years until 2017. What brilliant news! Monster Companions. This week, an adipose. The Doctor's verdict. I do tend to have skinny companions. It would make a change to have one made entirely from flab, but would their little legs cope with all the running about? I'm afraid it's a big fat no, sorry. TARDIS Trend Tracker. Hot. Getting our first glimpse of the new series. Doctor Who filming around the world. Buildings that look like monsters. Not. What if that really is a giant cybermat? It will eat the cool exhibition. Then it might be sick all over Cardiff. Ugh, giant sick. And we have on this page all about companions leaving, which is really sad. Way to go. Amy and Rory are leaving the TARDIS. Will their exit be anything like these? Donna. When Davros fired a lightning bolt at Donna, she became as smart as a Time Lord, but her brain couldn't handle it, and the Doctor had to wipe her memory and take her back to Earth. So sad. Martha. Martha realised the Doctor would never fancy her, so she walked out on him. She went to work for UNIT and eventually got married to Mickey Smith. Rose. Just when Rose was about to be sucked into the void, her dad appeared and took her to a parallel universe. He saved her life, but she could never return. Sob. Sarah Jane. The Doctor had to leave Sarah Jane when he was called back to Gallifrey, but he made it up to her years later. He tried to drop her off near her home in Croydon, but it was actually Aberdeen. Adric. When the Cybermen crashed a huge spaceship into Earth, It wiped out all the dinosaurs and Adric, who had stayed on board trying to crack the cyber code to stop the ship. Fast fact, companions can come back. Ex-companions Susan, Jo and Sarah Jane all returned years after they left. Sarah Jane even got her own show. And then on this bit you have, upon farewell, you can write how you think Amy and Rory will leave. And it says, the Doctor will take Amy and Rory to where they will discover there will be a battle between, and the Doctor will cleverly manage to, but Amy and Rory will. The last time we see Amy, she will be, and Rory will be, leaving the Doctor, and then you fill it all in. Then we have a Spot the Difference puzzle and a competition. Win a trip to the Crash of the Elysium, a live Doctor Who adventure. So you get to enter the competition to go to that, and it's really exciting. Then we have Matt's Secrets. Matt Smith talks about episode 10 of series 6, The Girl Who Waited. Karen Gillan's finest performance in Doctor Who yet, one of the greatest Who performances. In fact, it was a hard job and she totally delivered. I was blown away by Arthur Darvill in this one too. It was a great, heartbreaking script. 5 fast facts. The Doctor first called Amy the girl who waited in the 11th hour after she waited 14 years to travel in the TARDIS. This story was called The Visitor's Room, then The Visiting Hour, then simply Kindness, before the final title was chosen. Two Streams has a copy of a roller coaster at Disneyland on Clom, the Absorbeloff's home planet in Love and Monsters. Karen Gillan spent time with a voice coach and a movement coach to get her scenes as a much older woman just right. The Doctor says he has 2 hearts, as we learnt when he had an X-ray in the 1970 story Spearhead from Space. And next week, find out what Matt has to say about episode 11, The God Complex. They have competitions to win a DS and some Starfighters goodies, and another competition to win tickets to see Shrek the musical. And in the ARG comic strip, you have Jerry and Stan the Postman and some Centaurans and a Jadoo. So that looks interesting. Weeping Angels fast facts. These facts are set in stone, and then you've got a poster as well. Name: Weeping Angels, also known as the Lonely Assassins, eat power, radiation, time energy, potential energy, strength. They turn to stone when anyone looks at them. You can't kill a stone. Fear the crack in time. 5th December 1920 was the date Kathy Nightingale was sent back to. A picture or film of an angel becomes an angel. They've been seen on Earth and Alpha Matraxis. An image of an angel inside your head will turn you into an angel. Sent to 1969 by Angels, the 10th Doctor, Time Traveller, Billy Shipton, policeman, and Martha Jones, medical student. An army of Weeping Angels is as complicated a space-time event as the Doctor. So that's this page, and the Doctor's saying, don't blink, don't even blink. Ah! Now we have Woohoo, it's Winston's War. Winston Churchill tells all about his adventures with the Doctor. So we got this page. One day I called up my chum the Doctor to tell him how the war was going and show off about my splendid new Ironside robots. Hello, is that the Beach place? Do you do garlic bread? The Doctor and his nice friend Amy called in. As always, I tried to get the TARDIS key off him, but he was having none of it. Pa, hello, I'm the key inspector. But it turned out that the Doctor had met my clever Ironsides before. He called them Daleks and said they were evil, Making us cups of tea was part of a sneaky plot. I told you, I don't take sugar. Once they were recognised by the doctor, the wicked Daleks exterminated one of my brave soldiers. Ag! They even sacked Bracewell, who thought he'd invented the Ironsides, but was really a robot. But I just bought a new pair of gloves. Yeet. The doctor followed the Daleks to their saucer. On a TV screen we watched him threaten them with a jammy dodger. Ha! And if this doesn't work, I've brought cake as a backup. Then the Daleks turned on all the lights in London so Nazi planes could bomb us. Whose bright idea was this? But our plucky lads in their Spitfires attacked the Dalek saucer out in space and stopped them. Hooray for our side. Jocks away, old boy. What? They're attacking us with chocolates? Then the Daleks tried to use Bracewell as a massive bomb, but the Doctor and Amy were able to convince him not to explode. Bracewell, are you in fact Superman? London was saved. The Daleks left Earth and we all had a lovely cup of tea. I'd offer you a jammy dodger, Amy, but someone ate the last one. Oh, who would do such a thing? Later, Bracewell and I found a painting of the TARDIS being destroyed. I rang the Doctor to warn him, but the call was answered by River Song, his wife. Sigh, why is modern art always so shocking? In fact, I remember the day of their wedding, 22nd of April 2011, when all of history happened at once. What will you do if we find River Song? I'll seize her. Seize her. Get it? No? Please yourself. So that's when it's done. Yay. And we have an awesome poster of David Tennant. That's a nice surprise, isn't it? Oh, a nice Tennant poster. Oh, there we go. Hey. Regeneration. This week we look at the regeneration of the 8th Doctor. So, this page. Who is he? Good question. The 8th Doctor couldn't remember who he was for a long time. He was heroic and very human, and liked to give people little hints about what the future had in store for them. Where he was. The dying days of the 8th Doctor were spent fighting in the last great Time War, the ultimate battle between the Time Lords and the Daleks. How he died. No one knows exactly what happened in the Time War, but the Doctor ended it wiping out all the Time Lords and the Daleks, then arrived on Earth already regenerated. Did you know this regeneration is the only one we've never seen on TV, and because the Time War is time-locked, we probably never will. Last words, oh no, not again. I don't know if they were the real words actually, I'm not sure. And then the comic strip is called The Parasites, with big purple monsters. And a big turtley tortoisey thing. Awesome. Now I have the issue page, and it says, it's goodbye trampoline, hello subscription. So that's that page. Then we have Back in Time. There have always been mega laughs behind the Doctor Who cameras. 1967, this Yeti actor knew how to keep warm in between scenes. 1985, Centauran feeding time was a messy business in the 1980s. 1966, monoids need makeup too. 1973, the 3rd Doctor could speak dog. 1975, worms are terrifying insects from space, but this one also made a comfy chair for the 4th Doctor during filming. 1967, this stylish ice warrior liked the look of himself. 1988, the 7th Doctor got on brilliantly with all his fellow actors. And 1966, old school Cybermen were always lying down on the job. That's that page. Now we have Dr. Page. Dear Doctor, My cat Cosmo thinks he's a dog. He follows people around, cries if left alone, and licks everyone. Mum thinks he is trans-species. Is this possible? What would a half-cat, half-dog species be called? A cog? That would be silly. Thing is, cats follow people, are known for licking, and meow for attention, so I'm pretty sure Cosmo isn't secretly a dog. But here's a test. Say woof 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 to him. If he woofs back, he may be onto something. If he meows, you and your mum can rest easy. Dear Doctor, what do you do to relax when you're not fighting monsters? The doctor replies, domino toppling. It's great fun and requires a lot of care and concentration to set up all the dominoes, especially if you're using Moluccan dominoes, which are 10 metres tall. It's a good workout but makes a lot of noise. I once used tumbling Moluccan dominoes to scare off some invading ogrons. Does that count as a day off? Dear Doctor, my mince pies have been disappearing every night, and now we don't have any left. Was it you? Mince pies? In April? Amazing. If you've been eating mince pies this far into the year, then your house might be infested by pinkies. They're little fluffy rodents with a single horn on their foreheads, who live for mince pie leftovers. Only way to get rid of them is to boil broccoli sprouts. Boil broccoli sprouts and old socks in the pan every day for a fortnight. Aye, Cavarian tells it like it is. Dear Madam K, I have a nap that made you bald. Madam K replies, ooh, I rather like that. Makes me look even more angry and fierce, and think what'll save in shampoo. Thank you, Nathan. I shall put this new look into action as soon as I've destroyed that wretched doctor. So, that's that page. Now we have the upload page with another Dolly's cake. That looks so yummy. And a real cool Dolly and dressing up as the Doctor and the Cyberman, and a picture of Amy and Matt as the Doctor, and we have a big poster of Matt with his hat on as the Doctor. That's the puzzle page. And we have Ultimate Monster Collection, Trini and Susanna. First seen in the 9th Doctor story, Bad Wolf 2005. In the year 200,100, reality TV has turned deadly. Robots Trini and Susanna present a makeover show that changes your look by removing body parts. It's lucky Captain Jack was armed when he met them. So, yeah, that's what they look like. Then in the next issue, you get a free Sonic pen. Have you got yours? Who said, welcome strangers? Lovely. Sorry about the mad person. Find out next week. And last week's answer was antibodies in Let's Kill Hitler. So that's your goodies in this particular issue. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Yay!